Hey, you guys, welcome to our online Zoom call tonight with our April Spring into Fitness Challenge. And this is just an opportunity for you to get to know some of us face-to-face that are in this group, as well as hear some of our objections that we had before we got started using these products and programs. They may be the same objections and questions that you have. And so we have several of our team on with us tonight, ladies who have been going through 80-Day Obsession. And so we hope that you'll take a few minutes to watch this video from beginning to end. It might just answer some of your questions that you have. But I'm going to start tonight by sharing my screen and show you a couple of pieces of information about why it is good for busy moms to start using this at-home gym program. And I'm gonna have to grab my glasses or I'm not gonna be able to see this graphic, guys. There's tons of reasons. As this graphic says, there's over 30 reasons why Beachbody On Demand is a great option for busy moms. But here's just some of the main ones that you see here. Exercising from home. You guys, I never consistently exercised until I started using this at-home workout program. And so is anybody typing? I'm going to mute somebody. I'm going to mute people right now. Okay. So anyways, I never worked out from home. I always used time as my excuse. I didn't have time to work out. When I started working out, I had 3 children under the age of 10. Now my kids are teenagers, and then I have an 8-year-old. I love this one that says, exercise in your undies. I swear I've never done that, but if you want to do it, you can knock yourself out. It does save time and money. It just is mental therapy for us as moms, because that is time that we can have to ourselves. No childcare is needed. That was a huge one for me when I started, because my youngest was a baby when I started doing this. And your entire family can enjoy this program, you guys. It's not just for you. Your husband can use it. Your children can use it, because there's even family programs in there. In fact, my husband and my oldest daughter just finished working out together. There's all kinds of reasons to use this program. I just wanted to show you maybe a comparison of what it might cost for you to go to the gym to enjoy what you would get in Beachbody On Demand. And by now you've had an opportunity to try out Beachbody On Demand and hopefully see the value of using this amazing platform that Beachbody has created. If you went to a gym, most gyms have $50 and up initiation fees. I know I was a member of the Y at one time, and I was like probably one of their biggest donators. I never went. I just donated money to the Y. Because my daughter was on a year-round swim team, we had to have a membership, and she wasn't old enough to be on it by herself. So I basically used my Y membership for the swimming pool in the summer. That was it. I didn't work out there. I didn't do anything. And then you have monthly fees on top of that. My monthly fees for the Y were like, I think almost $100 a month. So, I mean, you know, using this at-home platform with a one-time fee, you know, and this is kind of an older graphic because we don't have workout DVDs anymore. Once you get access to Beachbody On Demand, it's yours. And if you pay for it all at one time, there's no additional fees. So this right here doesn't even really apply anymore because it's a one-time fee that's even cheaper than this. It takes so much time to get to the gym, and it really does. Like, you know, if you're going to do a 45-minute to an hour workout at the gym, or even 30 minutes on the treadmill, you're going to spend that time there plus your drive time. And in Raleigh, where I live, that's at least 15 minutes. I don't know about where you live. By the time I drive to the gym and do my workout and drive back home, I could have been finished and on with the day and have extra time, which is what I do every single day. They have great equipment at the gym, but you have to have a personal trainer usually to teach you how to use it, which you have to pay them extra to do it. And you've got a personal trainer in your own home. Somebody who is highly qualified, has come up with the program that you're using. They've tested it on hundreds and hundreds of people before they release it. So you know it's going to work if you do it exactly the way it's designed to work. And not only that, but you get to use the workout, and you also get a nutrition system, the support of a coach, meal plans, recipes. You're getting access to a whole nutrition system as well. And we don't get that at a gym. We just don't. I think the biggest question people have is, do I really need to drink Shakeology to be a part of this challenge group? And my answer to that is, you're going to want to drink Shakeology because it's going to help you burn the fat and calories faster, and it's going to fill in the gaps in your nutrition. Shakeology is a superfood dense nutritional shake that, when you break it down, guys, it's actually lower in sugar than what this graphic says, because since this graphic was created, Shakeology has been reformulated. So now this Greenberry Shakeology bag, the sugars are less than 7 or 8 grams of sugar now. The protein is still the same, and the calories are a little bit less than that, but it still is about $4 a shake. If you go to Tropical Smoothie or any smoothie place, guys, you're adding all of this stuff in. You have to tell them to add the super antioxidant, whatever. You have to tell them to add a protein boost or a wheatgrass shot or add some kind of energy thing into it. And it's full of sugar. Look how much sugar is in that one smoothie. Like 50 grams of sugar. That just blows my mind. And 59 carbs. And people think that they're making a healthy choice, and they're really not. Same difference with, even a white chocolate mocha at Starbucks with soy milk in it, which I personally stay away from soy milk completely because of how it raises your estrogen levels. So I don't think that's like a big no-no for me personally, but look at all the sugars in that one drink, you guys. That's like more than in your whole day that you should have consumed sugar or carbs. So yes, you're going to want to use Shakeology because it tastes great. Number one, it works like a salad, and it tastes like a dessert. And you can ask all these ladies on here that it's their go-to fave meal of the day, and you can make other things with it. You don't just have to drink it. You can make other stuff too. And in our group, we tell you how to do that. So I am going to unmute these ladies one at a time, and I'm going to start with Kristen because, bless her heart, she's traveling. She is on the road driving. That's the dedication that this young lady has to this challenge group. And Kristen started a year ago. She just finished her first round of 80-Day Obsession. To me, she's like a rock star in our group, to be honest with you. And she's on our coach team as well. She lost 19.5 pounds and 19.4 inches. You can see her pictures in our group. But Kristen started with a program called Sean Week a year ago because her sister invited her to be a part of this. And so, Kristen, can you tell them maybe what your biggest reservation was maybe about being a part of this challenge group initially?
Oh wow, it's echoing back in my ears.
I'm so sorry.
So the biggest reservation for me was it was the cost. Like I had just moved across the country, a year before, so I was still kind of recovering from that big move. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like a big money drainer. And but once I sat down and I looked at the value I was getting, like how many different exercise programs I had access to, and plus when I broke down the cost, it was way less than any gym. Like I was a Planet Fitness member for $20 a month, and this still beats that. I get a much better value. I have, I don't have to pay extra for these people to correct my form as I'm working out, and they're experts. They design these programs. And it's convenient, I have to get up at 3:15 in the morning. because otherwise, I'm probably not going to get my workout in my day between teaching middle school special education and being the head of a committee that's planning a summer concert series in my town. My life is a little crazy right now. Oh yeah, and we're building a house, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, it saves me so much time, and it saves me money. I have the equivalent of about $8 a month instead of 20 or 40 or 50 a month at a gym.
So let me get this right. Before you started with us, you were working out at Planet Fitness, but you were still like the heaviest you'd ever been.
Well, Planet Fitness was while I lived in Colorado, because I live in the mountains of Virginia, so there is no Planet Fitness near me.
Okay.
But I mean, even while I was working out there, I mean, they gave out pizza on Monday nights and donuts certain mornings. So I was not losing weight there either. Yeah,
that seems a little backwards, doesn't it? Holy cow, girl.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, well, I mean, I guess that's how they keep people coming.
That's true.
Feed you pizza, you burn it off.
That's true. So tell me, what was your biggest, I guess your biggest reservation about starting 80 Day Obsession, or what you were concerned about the most?
It was a combination. Well, I guess ultimately it came down to the nutrition. Because number one, even though I'd been doing the Beachbody programs with you guys, I'd always kind of followed my own attempt at a nutrition plan. So I got some results, but not as good as I could have. Mm-hmm. And that was just out of my comfort zone. I used to be a really picky eater, so having to eat completely clean kind of scared me. I was like, man, I'm going to have to try some new stuff or I'm going to get bored. And then the timing of it, like I said, I have to get up really early to get to work anyways, because I have a 45-minute commute to my school. And so I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm going to do this whole pre-workout meal and then work out for an hour and still get to work on time, I'm going to have to get up at like 3:15 or 3:30. And I was just, oh man. But it's actually become the favorite part of my day. Like, even though I'm only doing half-hour workouts right now, I still get up at 3:15 or 3:30, because that's my me time. Like, I don't get any me time. I have middle school children yelling at me all day.
That's awesome.
So it's my me time.
I've been so impressed by that. I mean, I really have. Seriously amazing dedication. So thanks, girl, for sharing. You can stay on if you have to hop off. We totally understand, since you are driving down the road right now. All right. So,
yeah, I may lose y'all in a dead zone or something, but I'll stay on while I can.
Okay, girl. All right. So you can contribute where you would like. So I'm going to move on to Miss Amy. Amy started out a year ago. Is that right, Amy? Okay, let me unmute you. So she started out, if I can get you unmuted. There you are. Oh, we just crossed each other. Hello. There we go. Okay, so Amy started about a year ago, and she was a hard one to crack, man, because she was like all into her Zumba workout that she occasionally got to. So, Amy, would you like to share with them about what your biggest reservation was about getting started to begin with?
Yes, it was the cost. I am a deal seeker, and so it was definitely the cost and just thinking, oh, I can do this cheaper. I'm not going to enjoy the at-home workouts. I need to go to a gym. And it was a hip-hop class. But what I found was I ended up spending more money because I drug my feet, and I would take little steps. So I think I won a 21-day fix DVD set for doing a clean eating challenge. And so I was like, oh, well, I can just buy the containers on Amazon or something. And they ended up being not the right thing. Anyway, so I think I don't know if I tried the Beachbody On Demand and ended up paying. I can't remember. I might have canceled it before, but it really, by the time, like when I finally decided, and I started doing the workouts, I was all in after that. And just because when I was going to the gym, I was at the mercy of the class schedule. And so if the class schedule didn't work with my schedule, I just didn't go. I mean, I didn't go. And then if I didn't go, I didn't work out. And so there was no losing weight. And like that graphic you were showing, when you're at the gym, if you can't go to a class, you're seriously walking around trying to figure out what you should do. And I always felt like a dummy when I would go in there because I didn't know what to do with the weights, or I didn't know if I was doing the machine the right way. And all I could think was, these people are probably thinking, what? She has no business being in this gym. She doesn't know what she's doing. And so I struggled. I just never felt comfortable. And even when I'd go to the class, I'd get in the back of the class. So, but doing the at-home workouts, like I've saved time. I can do it when I want to do it. If that means early in the morning some days, then great. If that means the middle of the morning other days, I can do that. And I'm not missing a class because I choose what I'm doing. So that, and then the Shakeology, like, I've loved it and it's cut my cravings. And so I'm not feeling the need to go through the Starbucks drive-through at 3:30 in the afternoon and spend the money on a Frappuccino or a McDonald's. Like I was
the dollar deal, right?
Oh,
Or the dollar sweet tea. That was me like years and years ago. I would go get my dollar sweet tea fix for the day before I started all this.
Yes.
So I get that completely. So what was your, I think we all, just so you guys know, we all had reservations about starting 80-Day Obsession. Every single one of us did. And most of it had to do with either the time involved with the workouts or the nutrition plan. All of us. There wasn't one of us, I don't think, that was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. But we decided, let's do it together. We can do this together. And we have. And so what was your reservation? Was it the time of the workouts or the nutrition or both?
It was the time nutrition, wrapping my brain around the time nutrition because it just seemed so overwhelming. But there's a learning curve with anything that you start. There was a learning curve when I started the 21-Day Fix nutrition. And I think you've said this, Melissa, like I honestly feel like it takes the guesswork, the 80-Day Obsession, it takes the guesswork out of, well, when am I going to get my containers in?
Yeah.
And I feel like I have a lot of ladies who say, I don't want to be obsessed with food and like thinking about food. And with this, I feel like I have thought less about food because I already know when I'm going to eat it and what I'm going to eat. And so I'm not constantly thinking, oh, when am I going to get that red? And what am I going to eat for that red? And when am I going to get that green? And what am I going to eat for that green? It's kind of and I like simple. And so I've done a lot of simple meals, very, very simple. And then the other thing was just the 80 days itself, not necessarily the length of, somewhat the length of the workout, but the actual 80-day commitment, I think, was my other fear of failure, fear of starting something and not being able to finish it. And it, even with going on vacation, like in the middle of it, and I'm sorry, but Disney, I couldn't get up. I don't know. I chose not to get up at 3:15 or 4:15 in the morning to do an hour-long workout to then go to the parks all day long and get home late. So I think I did some double workouts to finish because I had a goal. I was going to finish. I had a goal. I was going to finish on Caroline's birthday, which was also the 80-day mark or for the end of that program. And so I was determined, and I
You did it. You were really killing it. Those were very good points. All right, guys, I want to make sure we keep ourselves on track and on time. Thank you for sharing that. Those are all great points. Okay, Jennifer, you have a different perspective. So Jennifer, I'm going to unmute her, and in a nutshell, just to bring y'all up to speed, she has had like a lot of gut issues is the best way to say it over the last year. And so in some ways, 80-Day Obsession has been, would you say, a very healing process for you?
And more than just dealing with very severe IBS, it's been healing and freeing, because before severe IBS put me on a liquid diet, I was always a huge undereater, always. Even when I started trying to lose my baby weight after having my son, who's now 6, I would like do Insanity, but I would like barely eat anything. And I didn't really get results. Like, I lost the baby weight, but there was like no abs. And everyone who was doing Insanity, they all had abs. And they all had like really great biceps and shoulders, and their legs looked. I was just like, why is this not happening for me? Like, I'm just not. I was a huge undereater, and so 80-Day Obsession has been the most freeing meal plan ever, because it tells me what to eat, when to eat it, and how much of it to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, my goal was actually to put on weight with 80-Day Obsession, and I'm having trouble doing that. Like, I've had to bump up my meal plan, and I still haven't, and I'm hungry constantly. I mean, I still have 2 more meals to eat today, because so it's freeing to me to have abs for the first time ever, and to eat nonstop, because that's all I ever wanted to do, was be in shape and be able to eat nonstop. And I didn't understand how to do that until Autumn was like, this is how, and this is how much, and this is when you do it.
Yeah.
The most freedom I've ever had. I looked in the mirror today and actually liked what I saw for the first time in my entire life.
That's amazing. That's like a huge victory.
On day 54 of 80-Day Obsession, this is the first time ever that I've liked what I saw in the mirror.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Love that. Okay, I'm going to leave you unmuted because I'm going to ask Pauline really quick. Pauline, are you there, girlfriend? You're like in the dark. Are you there?
Yes, I am. I am.
So this is Pauline, our sweet friend that we can't see right this minute. That's okay. Pauline, tell me, if you don't mind me asking you, what has been something you've really loved about doing 80-Day Obsession?
I love the workout. I really do. It's just, now I'm the opposite. I live in a small town, so my job is across the street from the gym. And I have found when I get off at 5, if I don't go to the gym, and we've got a separate room so I can do the the Beachbody on demand. And it also has all the different weight sizes where I don't at the house. I get it done. I have enjoyed that. Yes, like tonight, I didn't exercise, and I probably could have time and go ahead and exercise, but I'm mentally drained and just don't feel like getting dressed to work out. But I know if I did, I'd feel better. But anyway, to answer your question, I just love it. I'm ready to keep on going. I'm in day 50. I started with you guys in January. I went to Walt Disney World. Now I can tell you, when we started, January 15th, I did run the 5K and the 10K at Walt Disney. And for that, 30 days that I was originally on it, straight through it, I wouldn't have been able to run it. So I feel successful in that way. And I can't wait for the last 30 days to see what I'm going to be able to do. Because I actually had somebody tell me that I have toned in my butt with the slacks I was wearing.
I love it.
So they could tell the difference. And I could tell too. So, I mean, I see a change in it. My main thing, as you know, is my foods and my containers. So this 30 days, I'm going to really work on that. So
awesome. Yeah. And that's where some people, you're not the only one who struggles with that. You know, people say to me, well, Melissa, I've got the workout thing going and I've got my time of day. And I think that's really cool that you can still do 80-Day Obsession. You can go right across the street to your gym and you can stream the workout right there in the gym and do it. That's just awesome that you can do that, Pauline. And that's great that you found that works for you. I do think, and Suzanne, who wasn't able to be on this call tonight because she's at church, she said to me, that was the thing I struggled with, was the time nutrition. I was afraid of eating so much food. And she said, and you said, just try it. Just try it for 30 days and see, and put a lot of effort into it. And she did it. And she's now she's had to bump up her eating. And I think that's the scariest part for people. It was the struggle for me. And it's the one thing I want to change about round 2, is that I didn't always trust the process. I was afraid to eat all the food, and you have to eat all the food. And that is so backwards from what society teaches us. Society teaches us we have to work out more and eat less to get results. And in fact, it is the complete opposite, is what Autumn is teaching us, that we have to eat more to fuel our body so that our body has what it needs to burn those calories and get the results we're looking for. So, as you can see, hopefully from this video, everybody's had their reservations, but I don't think I've really talked to anybody who's been through the whole 80 days that would say that they regretted starting it. It's been an amazing adventure for everybody involved. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Oh, yes, I agree with it. Well worth it.
Yeah, and I think it's brought us closer together as a challenge group, because we're all going through the program together. So if you are in our challenge group, you've been in our challenge group a long time, and you've been kind of toying, which I've seen some of you're toying with the idea of doing 80-day obsession with us on Monday, do it. Just do it. So real quick, all 3 of you, what is one, if anybody is going, I don't know if I can do that 35-minute to an hour workout, or I don't know if I want to learn a new nutrition system. What is the one thing you would tell them right now before we get off, in just a short nutshell?
Go with the exercise. Don't worry about the food. Get into that time of working out. And just like me, my mind's being set. I'm still having problems, but you'll see the difference in your workout. Don't worry about the food.
And do it. It also just creates this discipline that will cross your whole life, not just your exercise and not just your nutrition, but it just creates this discipline.
Yeah, and your family is noticing what you're doing, and it impacts them tremendously, guys. It really does. They see your dedication. They might pick at you and give you a hard time. Oh, you can't have that, Mom. You're on 80-day obsession, whatever. But they're watching what you're doing. They really are. What do you think, Jen?
My whole thing with 80-day obsession, because when I started, I wasn't sure that I would be strong enough, having been on a liquid diet for a year and just now being able to eat. But my whole thing with it was just show up and try. Every day it's this is day 1 of trying, this is day 2 of trying. And so whenever I'm talking to someone who's afraid to do it, I say, all you have to do is try, and you can pause it if you need to finish the reps, or you can pause it to take a breath if it's cardio or whatever it is, but all you have to do is try, and you surprise yourself.
That's true. That's very true. You do surprise yourself. Absolutely. All right, ladies, I hope we've answered some of your questions tonight, some of your observations. We are here to help. As you can see from the files, there are meal plans already in place. I will be adding to those because I will be sharing my menu, and you're welcome to use my menu. But the one thing about 80-day obsession time nutrition that I would say to you is that, just like Jen said, show up and try with the workout. You just have to show up and try with the nutrition. And it takes about a week or 2 to really learn how to do it. But once you learn how to do it, it becomes second nature. Here I am, week 2 of not doing 80-day obsession, and I'm still doing a pre-workout meal, which I never ate before I worked out. And I'm still doing a post-workout meal at the same time of day. it has just become a part of, like, just like brushing your teeth, honestly. It becomes that simple. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yes.
It is simple, and it's super freeing to do it that way and prep like on Saturday or Sunday for the week. 'Cause
Yeah.
that makes the like pre-workout meal so much easier. Or if you have to pack your food, like if you're busy all day on like Wednesday or whatever, like to pack all your, because then it's already made. You just pack it and eat it wherever you are, which is what I do on Wednesdays. I pack an entire, like a huge thing of food, and they always laugh at me where I'm going because they're like, "How do you pack in that much food in your body?" They're literally like, "How?" Like, but it just makes it easier to have it all ready ahead of time because then you have to eat it.
That's very true. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me tonight. And we will have this call on our group, and you guys check it out. Decision time. You have to make a decision by this Sunday night, because Monday morning is day one. Day one.
Just
Round two for me, but round one for you. All right. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining me. Bye.
You too, bye.